Brand new up-to-date Kingdom Hearts boss guides coming throughout 2024 and beyond. With a recent release on Steam for the Kingdom Hearts series as well as just out-of-date guides in general, it's time to educate newcomers and veterans alike how to take down your favorite super bosses. I took to a recent poll on the channel to figure out who you all would like to see, so if you'd like to partake in the next poll deciding future boss guides, be sure to subscribe down below as well as leave a like on the video if you already haven't. P.S. I promise I'll do the lingering will, I just decided to handle release order. Let's get into it. So, we're going to break down this boss in two separate parts. Part 1 will be an in-depth look at the loadout and boss's moveset, breaking down each attack so that you can take on the challenge to your own ability if you so wish. However, if you're just here for a quick and easy step-by-step walkthrough, another section will be provided for you at this timestamp on screen. This will also include any cheesy methods to win the boss easily, should they exist.
Prepare yourself!
Let's start off with loadout. I'm going to always recommend that you use the ultimate weapon if you have it. For the most part, it's your best Keyblade in any Kingdom Hearts game, but it does require a grind, so should you not have it yet, I can also recommend Divine Rose. The only downside to this being 0 MP increase and a shorter reach. For your equipment, this is a Sora only fight, so we don't need to worry about Donald and Goofy. You can pretty much use whatever you want depending on if you want a more strength or magic build. However, I do recommend the Omega Arts or Ifrit belt for strength and the Royal Crown or Shiva belt for MP. The Omega Arts can be claimed from the Behemoth fight at the end of Hollow Bastion's second visit. Ifrit belt can be obtained from the White Trinity in the Cave of Wonders in Agrabah. Royal Crown can be found on a floating chest located here in Hollow Bastion, and Shiva belt can be obtained using Blizzaga on the torches in Olympus and opening the corresponding chest after. Again, whatever you have, feel free to substitute based on your needs. I do, however, recommend a balanced strength and magic build so as to have good strength for damage, but enough MP to heal, as you will get hit in this fight a lot. For abilities, again, feel free to use whatever you find comfortable. However, some specifics I'm going to recommend are Scan and Dodge Roll, obvious reasons, Leaf Bracer for healing iframes, Ars Arcanum and Strike Raid, Second Chance, Super Glide, any and all MP rages to receive MP refills upon taking damage, as well as any critical pluses for higher crit damage rate. I will, however, not recommend combo finisher modifiers outside of Hurricane Blast and any combo or air combo pluses for reasons I'll explain inside the fight. Also, Guard isn't really that necessary for this fight, but it's really up to your choice. Next, for customization, Sephiroth is immune to magic, so the only real important spells would be Cure and Arrow for defense and passive damage if you have Aurora. Also, be sure to throw on as many elixirs as you can. You will need them. Last but not least, I always recommend that you level up as much as possible for the most damage and defense that you can have. But for this fight, I recommend at an absolute minimum level 70 for this fight. Enough on loadout, let's get into the fight.
Show me what you got!
Before we get into his moveset, let's go ahead and break down a few general knowledge tips that you need to know. First off, Sephiroth has 6 health bars. However, only 5 can appear on screen at maximum, from purple to pink to orange to yellow to green. So if you're damaging him and the health bar isn't going down, just keep hitting him to get the hidden bar down enough before you start actually damaging him. Now, let's talk revenge value, or RV for short. Every boss in Kingdom Hearts has this, so it's crucial to understand. In simple terms, it's a game mechanic that keeps you from being able to constantly damage a boss. As you do damage over time, a hidden bar slowly fills that builds to the boss's revenge value. Once that bar hits max, the boss will either retreat or, in most cases, counterattack. In the case of Sephiroth, his revenge value will max out at about 4 hits of your Keyblade. This means that you will either teleport away and come back shortly after for a counter, or just immediately counter depending on what he decides. A good strategy to keep throughout the fight with this is to do a mixture of 3 and 4 hit combos. What I mean by this is to do some combos with either just the normal 3-hit combo, or start with a slash and then go for a full combo for 4 hits. Also, side note, you should be doing air combos, it's much quicker and easier to recover out of. But enough about how to hit him, let's take a look on when to hit him. Let's break down his moveset. Sephiroth has 3 phases in this fight. For phase 1, he has 3 moves that we need to be concerned about: Side Slash, Lunge Slash, and Giga Flare. This phase is the absolute easiest of the 3 to handle, but tricky if you can't see the opening. For both the slash attacks, Sephiroth will do a curved slash from the bottom right corner of the screen clockwise in a sense to the top left corner. This means for both the lunge and side slash attacks, what you need to do is jump up and over the top right corner of the screen. From here on both, he's open for attack. It's all just a matter of timing. If it was the normal side slash, you want to go in for an air attack as you come down from the jump as quick as possible before he has the chance to start moving. Your reach of your Keyblade will come into play here. If it's a lunge attack, you want to wait until he leaps backwards to where he started the attack, standing exactly where he was before attacking him. Else, he won't actually be stunned for a combo. From here, feel free to get your combo in and start the damage. The last attack in phase 1 to be concerned with is Giga Flare, where Sephiroth will summon 3 fire pillars for protecting him all around. You're completely unable to be in the area during this, so if you see him raising his hand to start, try and dodge out of there as soon as possible. If you're already away from him, just sit out the attack and move to a point in between just 2 of the pillars. The second that you see the pillars start to fade, you can jump in at the right timing to catch him before he moves, and then he's open for attack. You can keep an eye out for this attack when after pushing his revenge value close but not maxing it out, or he will naturally do it after cycling through some slashes throughout the fight. The only other things to add about phase 1 is that he kind of moves around more slowly, letting you seek him out. You can take full advantage of this by always jumping toward him to dodge his slash, and you're usually able to get an opening. This all changes in phase 2 however, so let's move into how that works.
Show me what you got.
Phase 2 with Sephiroth is mostly similar but drastically more difficult. He keeps all the same moveset from phase 1 with a few new additions, so those openings remain the same. For starters though, you can tell when he has entered phase 2 when he teleports or kind of jumps away and kind of just stands and taunts Sora for a second. From here on, he will start speeding and zooming around the arena, chasing Sora out this time around, so the openings become more defensive reaction than anything. The change-ups to look out for here are to, instead of jumping toward him to seek him out, you want to jump toward him as he comes to you in prediction of an incoming slash or lunge slash. Another thing to keep out for is he will now teleport on his own and can sometimes teleport right on you. Most of the time he will immediately go for a lunge attack, so if you time it properly, you can dodge towards him just as he teleports in, then he will be just close by the end of his lunge animation that he's open for attack. However, in some rare cases, he can just immediately slash upon teleporting, and in this case, you can either get lucky with a dodge, or you can heal after taking the hit, because really it's just a dick move and there's not much else you can do about it. The timing for all these openings is the same, but a lot tighter this time around, so get used to timing them as much as possible. But with that, there's also a few new attacks to look out for, so let's go over them. For starters, a very easy opening he gains in phase 2 is where he just jumps over to wherever you are in the arena. He's closing the distance with this and will go for an attack shortly after he lands. However, as he's going through the air and landing, he's fully open for an attack. Considering he's closing the distance towards you with this, take full advantage and use this to get some damage in as much as possible. Another big attack to look out for is the infamous Heartless Angel. This is a very intimidating attack to look out for, but an easy opening if you can get it right. Sephiroth will teleport away, and when he reappears, he will begin an incantation animation saying,
"Descend, Heartless Angel."
The second you hear this, you need to act fast. Getting hit by this move will deplete you of all of your MP and leave you at 1 health. This means that you have no way of healing without attacking to get MP back for cure. Well, that is unless you paid attention earlier and remembered to pack those elixirs I recommended. So, use the elixir as a little get out of jail free card and hit that like and subscribe button. It won't help the fight, but it helps me. Please. Anyways, the easiest way to avoid this is the second you hear it coming, immediately jump and super glide towards him to close the gap. This attack can sometimes spawn on the other side of the arena, so this is where super glide becomes an absolute necessity. As long as you get to him before he lands the attack, he's fully open for your attack, so get to whacking and take his health instead. The last big attack he introduces in phase 2 is Octaslash. This is his first of what's known as a desperation move, or DM for short. Just like RV, this is something most bosses in the series have, so it's important to know. All it really is just a big dramatic attack that will do a lot of damage and usually lasts a bit of time. The boss is immune to damage during these, and your only job is to survive. For Octaslash, Sephiroth will flail around Sora and slash towards him from time to time, finishing off with a slam down attack. This attack can be very tricky to handle, but let me explain the best I can. For starters, you know this attack is coming when the screen darkens like Shenron was just summoned and you hear Sephiroth go,
"Prepare yourself,"
raising his Masamune and preparing to strike. What you immediately need to do is jump over his first attack, which will be directly towards Sora. Then, wait for him to do 3 slashes in the air and dodge toward him on the 4th, which will be another directly at Sora. Repeat the 3 slash then dodge one more time, and then he will do 5 slashes before delaying a bit in the air. This means the slam attack is coming, and the way to dodge this is to just jump and attack just before he slams down. This will parry off of him, and you will receive a bit of short iframes as he slams down. Once you land, Sephiroth will be stunned for a second, completely open for a combo. Be aware this will not stagger him, however. You just have enough time for a combo before he starts to attack again. By the way, for all the people screaming in the comments right now, yes, you can just Leaf Bracer heal through the whole thing and never get hit. However, what if you have no MP? Plus, that's just boring.
"I shall lead you to the promised land."
So, phase 3 is when things take a big turn. For starters, you now know when you're in phase 3 when Sephiroth starts teleporting back to back a few times and then surrounds himself in energy before getting a new aura around him saying,
"I am the chosen one."
He will immediately open with his second DM, but before we get into that, you can actually skip the DM if you time an attack just right as he envelops himself in aura. For me, I wait until I hear the flash of the aura, wait about 1 second, and then go for an air attack. However, the timing on this is very tight, so I don't recommend it for newcomers unless you feel really comfortable. For now, let's break down the actual DM. Sephiroth basically summons Meteor, though without the black materia, I have no idea how that works. But regardless, he will summon dark orbs to close in around you before going to the middle of the arena. Just jump over those dark orbs, then head to the edge of the arena as quick as possible. Sephiroth will shout,
I shall lead you to the promised land.
Before raining down 6 giant meteors causing shockwaves across the entire field. Dodging this part is very simple. Just jump and glide after he says promised land and don't land until the 6th meteor has landed. From here, just stick close to the edge of the arena and pay close attention to the outermost meteor. All the meteors will begin circling around the field, but if you're at the edge, you only need to be concerned with the outermost one. From here, all you need to do is either dodge just as the meteor is about to hit you, or leaf brace or heal through it. It will circle around about 2 or 3 times before all the meteors disappear. Here, Sephiroth will launch the spirit bomb-like orb that he's been charging, and just like the meteors, you either want to dodge just as it hits the ground, or leaf brace or heal through it. Honestly, it's easier to me than Octoslash, so you guys should have no problem dodging this. From here, let's start talking through the new attacks in this phase. For starters, he will keep the Giga Flare as well as Heartless Angel attacks. Along with this, the normal side and lunge slash attacks return with the added bonus of those dark orbs along the path of the slash. Considering the orbs spawn on the path of the slash, you can just dodge these normally and you should be out of the range. However, there is one new attack that we need to discuss. Rising Spiral, as I like to call it, can be one of the most frustrating moves in Sephiroth's kit. He will do this move in most cases either after he kinda does a walk loop around the arena for a second, or after any normal slash he can combo into it. Along with this, whenever he teleports away, he can teleport right onto you with no warning with this attack, which can be the most frustrating part to deal with. As usual, you can just dodge through or leaf brace or heal through this, and he will be open for an attack after this move every time. However, as frustrating as this move can be, it can also be one of Sephiroth's biggest weakness. You see, by doing a 4-hit combo on Sephiroth and pushing his RV, this will in most cases cause him to teleport. When he teleports, he will either do a Rising Spiral or a Heartless Angel. In some rare cases, I have seen him do Giga Flare. If it's Heartless Angel, you of course know what to do by super gliding. However, you actually want the Rising Spiral. This is because he will counter on his RV with this attack most of the time, and he always teleports in with it just shy of a second after he teleported away. By getting the timing just right, you can anticipate this spiral and heal or dodge through it to follow up with another 4-hit attack to push his RV again, and essentially loop the rest of the fight, which at this point should only be at most 2 health bars. Of course, he can break out of this, and if so, just implement the other attack openings and dodges we discussed in this video, and eventually, Sephiroth will make like Zack and be down for the count. Too soon? That's going to conclude the general guide portion, so I hope I was able to assist you in your endeavors to beat the one-winged angel. If I did, please do like and subscribe for the future boss guides on this channel. It really does support me in an incredible amount, completely free to you guys, so as always, I appreciate it. That being said, let's get to the walkthrough portion. Alright, this is going to be the walkthrough point of the video, so if you don't want a step-by-step walkthrough, get out. But come back later and subscribe. Alright, so real quick, load out on Sora. Get the ultimate weapon. If you don't have the ultimate weapon, go with Divine Rose, but get the ultimate weapon. Go Omega Arts, Royal Crown, and Ifrit Belt. Ifrit Belt and Omega Arts will get for strength and some health stuff. Royal Crown will give you a little bit of MP boost. These are all really easy to get. If you want to know where they're at, go back to the beginning of the video. I show where all of them are. Donald and Goofy don't matter. They're not in the fight at all. Abilities wise, there's a bunch of abilities here, but I'll go through the important ones. Dodge roll, obviously. Combo master, this is also good just in case you miss any hits. Critical pluses are always good to have, so for that extra damage. Scan, obviously. MP your haste and rages so you can get any of your MP back. This is going to be super helpful for healing. Second chance, again, obviously. Leaf bracer, you're going to be able to use this a lot in the fight. Out of all the abilities, this is probably one of the most useful ones. The last 2 big ones that you really need to have are Ars Arcanum and Strike Rate. Ars Arcanum is going to come in super handy for the strat I'm going to show you. Strike Rate is just useful in general. Before we leave here though, do not have any combo or air combo pluses on. They're useless in this fight for the strat I'm going to show you. For customize, it doesn't really matter. All you need is Cure, but I have Aroga and Fire here because why not? Cure is also on X. It doesn't f***ing matter. Last thing while we're in here, I have my entire stock. What the f*** is that in my inventory? There we go. I have an entire stock full of elixirs. You're going to need this in case you get hit by Heartless Angel so that you can get right back up to full HP and MP. All right, enough talking. Let's get into the fight walkthrough. All right, so right here at the beginning of the fight, I'm going to jump over him to dodge his first slash. I'm going to get 1 air hit, and I'm going to get 2 air hits to push him to do the Giga Flare attack, and then I'm going to do R's through it. You're pretty much going to repeat that same thing throughout the fight. So as you guys saw, I jumped, hit, did a 2-hit. This prompts him to do Giga Flare as he starts the animation, doing R's through it. You can then follow up with some extra attacks, but the main thing is to do R's through the Giga Flare. That way you don't miss out on any iframes. Gonna jump over again. He didn't do it. Hit. It's that simple. As you see from that taunt, that means since he's now in second phase, you need to keep an eye out for Heartless Angel and Octoslash. Okay, here's Heartless Angel. You can just super glide to him to get it, but I want to show you what to do if you get hit by it. Pop him Elixir. The second you see that going, throw it. And then that way, the second it hits you, you're going to replenish all of your MP from the Elixir and your HP, of course. All right, he's in third phase now because he's teleporting around. He's about to do an aura. You can do a DM skip right here if you wait at the perfect time as he flashes his aura. It's really hard. I don't recommend it, but I'm going to go for it. I missed it. I can at least show you guys how to survive the DM. Don't do that there. Just super glide until you're at the edge. Just pay attention to that outermost one. You dodge through it like that, or you can leaf bracer heal through it like this. You can leaf bracer heal through this, or as it hits the ground, dodge and you won't get hit as well. I'm going to pop Elixir for MP. So he comes around, he's going to do a Rising Spiral attack. All you have to do is, as he's doing it, you want to jump and parry it. So this is where you want to do a loop of the fight. I'm going to explain this, and then I'm going to do it. You want to get one hit, and then you want to get a full 3-hit air combo. This is going to prompt him to teleport away, which is going to prompt him to do another Rising Spiral on his RV attack. What you can then do from that is you can practically loop that for the entire fight. He can break out of it, but you can abuse the hell out of this for the rest of the fight. I messed up. So here he did Heartless Angel. All right, he just did it there. All right, we just did that, but I'm gonna go back into third phase because I want to really show you guys how that loop works. All right, we're back into the fight. I switched to Kingdom Keep so that I'm not doing as much damage. I can actually get the loop going. Jump over, hit, 1-2, into an R's. Hit, 1-2, into an R's. R's to this. I'm going to do another R since he did a Giga Flare anyway. So right there, I caught him on the teleport. He's going to do second phase now. You can really just repeat this R's loop the entire fight. All right, so while I'm here, I can show you guys Octoslash. He's about to do this. Basically, the second that you see that screen dark and it goes, come power, you're going to jump over the first hit like so. All right, right here, he's going to do another slash in. You're just going to dodge through it. Dodge to this one. Parry this. I messed up, but parry that. Here we go. All right, let's see if I can get DM skip. I got DM skip. Let's go. All right, so now I did that. He's not going to do DM skip. If he's already in the loop right now, you want to leaf bracer heal through this. Sometimes he doesn't do it. He's going to go right back in the DM. Of course he missed. Here we go. Healer. All right, he's out of it a little bit. We can get back in. All right. Well, I just finished the fight, but that one part was a very good showing of how to do the loop. All right, and that's pretty much going to be the entire fight, guys. As that loop can be a little bit inconsistent, like I said, you can either try to leaf bracer through it, or you can try to dodge time it perfectly. I think leaf bracer through it is a lot more consistent. Be aware, though, that he can break out of it pretty easily, and it's not very consistent as far as what attack that he does when he teleports away. Other than that, just remember all the stuff that you do in the first and second phases, and that could easily get you through the third phase. It's not too bad of a fight once you know what to utilize, but Ars Arcanum is going to be your saving grace. Leaf Bracer is going to be your saving grace. That third phase is not as scary as it seems to be. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed the tutorial and maybe it helped you get through the fight, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below whatever the hell you want, because I don't care. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for enjoying the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.